let's start right at the top with MJF and Hangman Page. This is the most interesting match on the show from at least a booking standpoint of what you do here and whether that translates to an interest of like heightened interest in buying the pay-per-view to find out like who wins this match. Cause I think you can make the argument either way. And I feel this is one that I think Tony Khan has wanted to retcon this Cody Rhodes story from the time it first happened in 2019. Yeah, I think I kind of lean towards Hangman winning this.
Yeah, it's hard for me to think about Page no longer being able to ever challenge for the AEW championship. I don't think that'll happen. So I think they did a good enough job like making it a news story of people debating how stupid of an idea it is. I don't see them follow through with it because I just can't see it. That means like there might be a follow-up criticism on like MJF's reign being a little bit brief when you already have so many other matches lined up for it. Like what they just set up like Fletcher versus MJF, which I guess could be like for the TBS, you know,
or TNT title. Yeah.
Sorry, TNT. Yeah. But I don't
like if not for this stipulation, like I think MJF's been great as champion. I would not be like their numbers have been doing very well. Like all signs are like AEW has, you know, they have captured some momentum at the moment. And I think MJF deserves credit for that. But it's also one where I think they're looking at the idea that this title is one that all these guys are on this level and this title can switch at all these different turns. And it gives people an idea that any of these pay-per-views, you could see a title change. It's not a guarantee you're going to get a 9-month reign out of these guys. But yeah, the stipulation kind of puts them in a corner. And I sometimes get when you put a stipulation like that and then you've got to somehow book your way out of it, I think that's where a lot of bookers are. They just fail miserably. And yeah, you could have Hangman lose and then he, you know, goes against the stip. I'm not a big fan of that.
That would turn people off too.
Yeah. Right? Like I wouldn't want to, there's a lot of reasons I would not want to go that direction, which they always could, but
there's just like any sort of like wiggling out of this stipulation, I think is going to result in negative attention.
Yeah, and Hangman is not the character I would want to be doing that with either.
Yeah, so my prediction is Page, but the match itself, I mean, Texas Death, they have a lot to live up to.
This has to be an extremely violent match by the standards they have set for themselves with these matches.
Yeah, and I think there might be just unique appeal in just seeing MJF bleed that much. Maybe.
Oh yeah, like I think it's going to be a
syringe stuck into his mouth. Although they like you expect these matches to be to outdo itself in terms of creativity every single time, right? So something on the level of a syringe stuck to a face, I think we can expect.
Okay. FTR and the Young Bucks for the tag titles. It has been 2 years since they've done this match. I think ultimately it is like you have all those Canadian dates coming up in the next couple of weeks, culminating with Dynasty in Vancouver. It would seem that if schedules allow, that would be the obvious play to have Copeland and Christian coming back. Do you need the tag titles for that match with FTR? No. I feel FTR retain though.
Yeah, you don't need it, but I think it's better with the championship, and I don't know if I'm ready to see another Bucks title reign, especially like as baby faces where I don't think they're as compelling. Whereas I think FTR, you know, as this like dominant heel act, still have a lot of big matches left in them in this division. So I like that. I like FTR winning, and as a match itself, you know, they always represent incredible quality, and I thought I was kind of already. I don't know if like 2 years is enough for me to like get past it, like to make this feel fresh again. But it's FTR versus the Bucks, and when I just like looking at tonight's result of that multi-person match, of course I'm looking forward to this one.
Does Malachi deliver another pile driver to Big Stoke and keep him permanently disfigured?
I'm looking for Black Mist from Malachi Jack.
Oh, Malachi Jack. I can't wait for it. Yeah. Moxley Takeshita, no time limit. And yeah, I see this one being like Moxley getting his win back in this match. That's kind of the focus of it. I don't think they want to take the belt off Moxley at this point in time. It wouldn't be a horrible decision to flip the belt here. But what do you see as the outcome?
I think he loses. I think Takeshita loses and Moxley retains. Like Takeshita's story seems to be Don Callis family related. Not to say I would expect some involvement here, but they did do interference in a Continental title match.
This is the Finn Balor story from Elimination Chamber, where he didn't want the Judgment Day getting involved in his match, and this one everyone's banned from ringside. But there
are ways like with the corkscrew. Sorry, what are the
you know what? They'll probably have the screwdriver hidden there, and that's the callback to World's End.
Yeah. Somehow Don Callis will fuck Takeshita over in all of this, and I think Moxley retains. But somehow I feel like it should end with Takeshita's babyface status.
They shake hands at the end or something like that.
Being that much more confirmed as a result. Yeah.
Okay. Andrade and Bandito. I think they're going to have a really spectacular match. I think Bandito could really use this win to kind of get his attention back. But with Andrade just recently sort of being that odd man out of the main event picture, I see this being more so a vehicle for Andrade to get a win after a really competitive match. But I see there being so much upside with Bandito. I just don't know if this is the kind of match they're going to have him score the big win in.
Feels like Andrade is a bit more of a shiny new toy for Tony Khan at the moment, and Bandito maybe had his run, but I don't I think this could potentially be a series between the two. You're talking about a fan and somebody who is was his former idol. All right, so I think there's a bit more story to be told, but first one I think goes to Andrade.
The Post Wrestling Cafe is your one-stop shop for all of the coverage that Post Wrestling has to offer. 2 big rewind-aways this month with WWF Insurrection from May of 2002. This UK-only pay-per-view featured the Raw brand going overseas and ending with the infamous plane ride from hell. Then we're going to take a look at AWA's Super Sunday from April of 1983. A new edition of Talk Can Be Yours, plus MCU Later, Book Club, and coverage of UFC 326, TNA Sacrifice, and of course, XL editions of Rewind to Raw, Dynamite, and SmackDown with all the news of the day. Join now at postwrestlingcafe.com. Brody King, Swerve Strickland, no stipulation attached to this match, and this will be interesting to contrast to the Texas Death Match, because I think this match as well, like the most dangerous man in AEW, this one has to be pretty brutal itself to establish that. I think this is going to, I understand they're in LA, but I think that this is going to be like Brody King mounting this incredible fight, but ultimately falling to Swerve, maybe by, nefarious means. But I think Swerve and Omega is the match that they're going to get to. There's a lot of interesting questions. Like, if in fact Hangman wins this title, what you do for next month. Like, Swerve and Kenny seems to be the program that we would have got here in LA. But Hangman is going to need a big opponent for next month on pay-per-view. And your options are like Swerve, Kenny, or Andrade maybe as well.
Yes. Yeah. Interesting. I think any of those options could be strong. But you could do Swerve and Kenny is a major match for a Canadian market. It's a major match anywhere. But yeah. I could see them going to that before either of them challenges Page for the championship. So I think Swerve wins this one. He's just debuting like a new serious heel character. I think he needs to win, and I'm sure there are ways you could use protect Brody King in the loss in LA as well.
Yeah, I think they're going to have an excellent match. I'm not too concerned about Brody losing this. I think he has the chance to have his major big breakout singles match on a pay-per-view in this one. So I think that this is one that, we'll see. I think they'll get a lot of time for that one as well. Tekla and Chris Statlander, 2 out of 3 falls for the AEW women's title. I think Tekla's been awesome. I think she's just reached another level since they put the title on her. That promo she cut on Collision on Saturday, I think you're just getting started with her. I would have her win this, and I'd almost make it pretty definitive. I don't think she needs outside interference. I would just want to cement her as champion, and it kind of sends Statlander into this, I don't know, this character. It's unfortunate.
What Statlander, she's already going through.
Statlander feels as though she's just kind of lost here, and I think it's unfortunate that that's sort of the projection that has been placed upon her, because I think she's a great performer, and it's just the title just never really clicked with her as champion, and this certainly is not the time to be going back to her.
No, I see this as just further confirming Tekla's status as, the top of the division. And I expect some, what did they call themselves?
The
Triangle of Madness involvement in all of this, at least leading to maybe one of the falls. But I think Tekla ultimately wins. And for Chris Statlander, I wonder what the follow-up is for this. Is it a heel run? But we've already kind of seen that. I almost want to suggest like some form of excursion where she can go off of AEW TV to work on a solid character before bringing it back, rather than workshopping it every single week on television, because you're just further, I think, disintegrating what patience audiences may have for you.
Then it is Okada, Fletcher, and Mark Davis against Jet Speed and Mystico. I think this is going to be outstanding. I think Mystico is going to get awesome reception in Los Angeles, of all places. You get that great entrance from him as well. I would be utilizing this match to set up a title match scenario, whether it's Kevin Knight scoring another pin on Okada, or even Speedball pinning somebody, whether it's Fletcher or... I don't see them doing Bailey with Okada, but I think the champions should lose in this. Or sorry. It's the title match, but I don't completely throw out the idea of like Mystico and Jet Speed quickly winning these belts.
Yeah, I guess I don't either. Especially since Fletcher already beat Bailey here.
These are the types of belts that are meant to kind of be just ping pongs, and I don't have a big
ultimately, like, what we'd be looking at if that takes place is just like they essentially swapped Mystico for Paige, as one of the holders of this trios championship, which I don't think is
you'd probably, if you put the belts on them, you'd probably get some trios matches of these three at like Arena Mexico.
Which would be incredible.
Which would be some great experience for Bailey and Knight to like headline some Arena Mexico shows with Mystico.
I'd be a little bit sad for Mark Davis, who is getting this championship reign, and I would certainly love to see more trios matches involving that side of the Don Callis family.
I just think it's so nothing to have like Fletcher or Okada, like for that it's Bailey or Knight that's taking the fall, and not that it's like life or death, but I just think like it would be way more impactful for one of Jet Speed to score the win, and it gets them the belts, but more importantly, it sets them up for like a bigger match on TV for one of the singles champions.
They just need a catchy name.
Yeah. I don't have one.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's for them to decide and to sell T-shirts of. But I think this could be a show stealer.
I think this is going to be outstanding.
Yeah.
I mean, every single match, I'm going to preface, they're all going to get time. Like, we're going to be starting the show 3 a.m. Everyone will get there a lot of time. I think this is going to be a really long show, dude. This preview is long. So, Timeless, Tony Storm, Marina Shafir, everyone is banned from ringside. Is this just a Tony Storm win, or do you see something different?
I'm not so sure. I kind of think Shafir needs it more. You put in a lot of effort into her. Storm already had like the Yuta haircut as something she can celebrate.
Is it too early to be going back to Tony Storm in like the women's title picture, or would you be maybe getting closer to like All In if you were going to be doing like the big title chase for Tony Storm, which is a very long time to keep her away?
I would probably keep her away until then. I think she can do like you're looking at somebody who can hold a program without the need of a championship, and I think you should continue to exploit that. But I think Shafir wins this one. I'm feeling like Shafir needs a big win in all of this to establish her. I hope she looks strong enough in the match without like trying too much fancy stuff. Like, I want to see her just be like Bloodsport Marina Shafir and just like not do too much comedy. Although with Tony Storm, that I think might always be a bit of a interesting clash.
We went over the Babes of Wrath with Megan Bayne and Lena Cross, and the title match with Willow and Lena Cross on the show. Just to reiterate, like, I could see Willow retaining the title, and then they drop the tag belts.
Agreed. I think on the main card, I think we get a tag title change here.
And then rounding out the show is Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy, and Roderick Strong against the Dogs. And we've got the 21-man Blackjack Battle Royal with Ricochet defending the national title. Yeah, I mean, I could see keeping the Dogs. That's a ridiculous name when you have to actually say it out loud. I don't know if they should necessarily be losing, but they did just win tonight.
I don't think the result matters, honestly. Like, no matter, even if they lose, they'll probably get the heat back somehow.
And this is all going to continue. Like, eventually we'll get to Darby and Gabe Kidd down the road, but I think these six are going to be tied together for some time.
Yeah, I'd pick the baby faces. Sure, why not? And the 21-person battle royal, Jack Perry.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Who's already earned the title shot, like I feel like 400 times by this point. Like he's already deserving of a title shot. But
how many people are going to debut in that match?
Debut?
Is Tahuti Miles going to be in this battle royal?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I'm not expecting debuts. Are you?
Oh, I think they're bound for.
Who else can they sign? Who's like even a free agent that's like worthy of AEW pay-per-view?
Tony will find
debut?
people. Just anyone.
Well, who's out there like that you would actually expect?
There's probably people we're not thinking about.
I don't know. I don't think they need to.
So you think Jack Perry wins this?
That kind of feels like it's well, it's for the championship actually.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so no, Ricochet retains.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll
it's just
find
a
out.
0 hour. I don't think you're getting a title change.
Yeah,
here.
I'm not too concerned about this one. That's
Although
13 matches.
Big Boom AJ could.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know if he's in this battle royal or if he's going to be in a separate match. I guess they've got 2 matches officially announced for the 0 hour. So I guess you could put a.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You will.
Whatever. The question is, 13 matches. How many matches will be on Sunday night? How will there be more matches announced on Saturday?
Okay, I thought you meant like how many will go over like midnight, and therefore they'll technically.
Oh, we're definitely going past midnight. I think. I think 12:45 would be ideal that we're done this show at.
Oh my God, I think we're gonna get up to 15, 16. Yeah.
15 or 16?
15.
Oh man, I was thinking like we'll get one more.
2 more. I can see 2 more for the 0 hour.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Who's left? I don't know.
Big Boom AJ.
Well, I'm counting. Big Boom AJ is actually part of this 13 here, so we technically have 12 matches announced.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah, I was counting that.
Then 14 matches.
Okay, well, yep. It's a Sunday night. We're on the East Coast. We will preface the show. We know it's going to be long. We won't harp on it, but you should get a lot of good stuff on the show. But there's going to be a lot of stuff on this show by the end of it.
Yeah,
a lot of blood. That's my prediction.
But a lot of good stuff, I'm sure. And just a quick plug for our friends. Kate from Montreal will be reviewing Collision Course on Saturday evening to get you all caught up right before Revolution. She'll be hosting with Jay Lacey for the very first time from the NWA podcast. So look for that Saturday evening.